to your class with your domestic issues counselor, Mr. James Horton. Welcome back to Domestic Issues with the Counselor, Mr. James Horton. Hello again, everybody. I am doing a brief special on brief dialogue on the subject of the popular and the unpopular, and defining for you all what I feel and think about being in the unpopular class versus being in the popular class. So many of us feel and believe, and in many cases, it may be true that we will never become the popular people we see other people being. And that's not really a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing. It's to each his own. And some people are striving really hard to become popular and will do almost anything to become popular, but there are others that pay a price to be popular, do different things to get into the popular class. And there are some people that have problems when they watch others get to places that they feel that they haven't gotten to as of yet. So we're going to try to break this thing down. What does it mean to you to be popular? What are the prices you're willing to pay to be popular? What are the things you're willing to do to sacrifice yourself to get into a popular group or popular class? What are some of the things that you find yourself saying about others that have something that you don't have? Are many questions that I like you to think about. Popularity is something else, and there are many groups and many people, especially in the minority, what they call the minority group. I don't think minority is truthfully defined in numbers, because yet they say minority is the numbers of people, but I think minority is in a caste or a class system. You know, a caste system to say, well, if you were born Black or Hispanic or Asian or whatever, we'll call you a minority, but yet your numbers may be higher than the most popular class. So minority doesn't necessarily mean small numbers or numbers, period. So, but class is another thing. You know, class is what class are you in? Are you in the rich class or the poor class? And poor classes tend to have low levels of popularity. You know, low levels of popularity. But what are you willing to do? What have you done? What have you said about other people? Have you said that somebody is not cool or somebody is not proper because they're not from the same class as you, they're not on the same level as you, they don't have what you have? What are some of the things that you think that you have where you should be popular? You know, and what are some of the cut down levels that you've done to others? I believe that everybody should be treated in an equal class. And what I try to do, no matter where I may be on the ruler scale, you know, I try to make sure that I treat everybody decent and treat them on the same level as I want to be treated. And it really works out better for me, you know, because I don't want to blow up so big, and I don't want my head to blow up so big, and I hope you don't want your head to blow up so big to where you're talking to people as though they're from the underclass, right? Because you never know when you may have to trade places with that person. You never know when you have to wear that person's shoes. Many people say, oh, if I was, I would never, is what they say, I would never be living in a car. I would never be staying in an alleyway. I would never be begging for food or have to go to a food bank or a church to get groceries. I would never. Many people say that, and I believe that our God says that watch out for the word never and what you would never do. I spoke that once before in my early 20s. I said that I would never panhandle in front of a store, but yet I found myself panhandling in front of a store. And so I had to be careful and try to learn the lesson as I go through it. Many of us believe we have all the answers until the day of the test. What are you going to do when you get your test? Right? Many of us has been at the bottom and then found ourselves in other places, and where we wasn't so popular anymore. We wasn't popular as we thought we were in our early 20s. And we've traded places with people that we had felt were below us. So I want you all to think about treating people as you would want to be treated. I want you to think about God looking at you and looking down on you in the behavior, in the way you treat others. I want you to think about the times you've been at gas stations and some individual comes to your car or asks if they can wash your windows. They have their washing tools, they have their window wipers, they have a few things, and they want to wipe your windows just for a couple of dollars. And yet you find yourself, if you may have found yourself many times saying, go get a job. But if you look at what he's trying to do, he does have a job, and all he needs to do is get hired for the job. Now, if you don't want him to wash your windows, do you really have to talk crazy to them? Do you really have to degrade them lower than they already feel? Is the question. You never know when you may have to wash someone's windows yourself to feed yourself or feed your family, right? Times are getting really, really hard. It was nothing at one time to live in the Bay Area of Oakland and San Francisco. It was nothing. It was nothing. You know, you can easily get a little bit of housing. You can easily pay $400 or $500 for rent. And now a one bedroom in many places can cost you from $3,000 to $4,000 to stay out in this particular area. So you never know. One mistake, one layoff, one cut off from the finances at your job can send you to a place you thought you would never be in. So be careful on what's going on and stay prayed up. Stay prayed up so you won't have to trade places and become unpopular versus being popular. So that's going to be it for yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James. So thank you.